Now on Nightside, school is in session at Peppersack Middle School for the first time. The school's 99-year-old namesake was in attendance.
Feels like fall and a chilly walk to school in the morning. I'll let you know if there's any sign of summer's return in your first alert forecast.
A resource fair at Riverside High School to help they're offering for people still recovering from the Oregon Road fire. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Natalie Grant. Kirsten has the night off. Well, it was an exciting evening for the Riverside School District up in Chattaroy. Today, the district held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new and improved Riverside Middle School. The district also added a resource fair to their annual open house, specifically to connect families impacted by the Oregon Road fires to resources they may still need. New on Nightside, Rania Kaur reports.
Natalie, well, the Riverside School District usually hosts a resource fair. This year specifically, they tailored it for the elk wildfire victims.
Peter Welk wasn't planning to be at Riverside Elementary School, not the day before school started.
I've always been one that's helped and not asked for help, and it's really different. It's really different.
His home, the one they built just 9 years ago, now just a pile of ash in Elk.
I'll never forget how fast that was. That was, you see the fire and it's get out now, it's right on us. And it was fast. And now we're starting all over again.
Now in recovery mode, they've been from Spokane Falls Community College to churches to get the resources they need.
Now it's nice to have these people here so that we could see all of them in one place.
But Welk says coming here is worth it as he rebuilds his home once again.
Knowing what's here and being able to take advantage of what we've got, because there are a lot of resources available. And it's good to get those right now when we need them.
In Chattaroy, Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
And the Riverside School District is doing the best they can to support the students who are coming back to class as they try to cope with their new reality. Our Marissa Rio reports.
Soon, these empty halls will be crowded with students walking to class. Back to school looks a lot different this year for the Riverside School District in North Spokane County. Because of the Oregon Road fire, some families are living out of cars or are staying somewhere temporary. They don't even have a home, let alone a mattress to sleep on. The district is aware of these struggles and is doing everything it can to help its students.
We have what is called a flight team, and the flight team is made up of school counselors, mental health therapists, social workers, and agency representatives. So they're going to be on site throughout all of our schools.
Russell says about 100 kids live within the fire zone. The school called each individual family to see how they were doing.
So because we called every single student family, and we called the families who were in the evacuation areas as well, that gave us the information we needed to put together personalized plans, a huge advantage of being in a smaller district.
He says students staying with friends and family outside of the district zone needed transportation to and from school. They made it happen.
Sometimes we've even contracted with taxis and other transportation companies, but we're doing whatever we can to make sure that we keep our kids within our own district because we feel like we can provide the best education for them.
A middle school counselor says the staff is ready to help.
We've really talked about, hey, let's be attentive to the kids and really pay attention and see if they're struggling, and if they are, to just tap them on the shoulder and say it's okay to go to the counselor right now.
These resources are also available for staff.
Now, if you'd like to help relieve some of the financial pressures facing families who lost everything in both the Oregon Roads and Gray Fire, the Washington Revenue Department announced it will be waiving or extend the amount of time that you'll have to pay your excise tax. For more information, including a link on how to file for an extension, you can head on over to KXLY.com. And if you're looking for ways to support the families impacted by the Gray and Oregon Road fires, not just by writing a check, you can take out your your phone right now, open your camera and point it at the screen. This QR code will take you to a full list of ways that you can support organizations needing your time or specific donations for Spokane wildfire victims. You can also find this list by searching Here to Help on KXLY.com. Well, it was the first day of school today, and you sent us some of your first day of school photos. We'll be sharing them on air throughout our broadcast tonight. So let's take a look at a few right now. Dee Dee Redburn shared this photo of her twins Travis and Trey starting school today at Lind Ritzville High School. Congratulations, guys. Now, Kelly Conham shared this adorable photo with her little ones starting first grade. How cute. Congratulations. And today wasn't just the first day of school for kids, but also for a Spokane mom as well. Allison Chamberlain sent us this photo of her first day as a assistant principal at Lincoln Heights Elementary and her two kids, Ellie and Brooks, starting our 2nd and 4th grade. Yes, first day of school for lots of teachers out there too. We can't forget that. And it was definitely felt like fall outside today, Chris, with those kind of crisp temperatures a lot we're waking up to today.
Yes.
Definitely a chilly day at the bus stop.
I was outside taking pictures of my own kids heading out to school, and it was chilly this morning. And we'll be in similar territory again tomorrow. By the time the first bell rings around 8 o'clock, we'll be at 53. That after morning lows, I'll show you in a moment, down in the 40s and lower 50s. After school, 75 degrees. Actually, some really pretty September weather in the inland northwest. Here's a look at our current temperatures. We've already dropped into the 40s in Deer Park. Most locations are in the 50s. It's still 63 officially at the airport in Spokane. But tonight we are dropping down into the 40s again in many locations. 42 in Deer Park, 44 in Spangle, and 45 in Spirit Lake. We'd be even cooler, but we do have some clouds that are starting to move in. High and mid-level clouds on the way for tomorrow, so it won't be quite as bright and sunshiny. We'll be partly cloudy. High temperature of 75 degrees. 78 is our average high. Air quality in the good range, thanks to the recent rains and the nice breeze. We've got some fresh air to enjoy. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast. There are signs of summer weather on the way. I'll let you know what to expect.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Chris. And today, of course, as we just mentioned, was the first day of school for thousands of students here in Spokane. It was also the very first day that Pepperzak Middle School was in session. And the school's 99-year-old namesake, Carla Pepperzak herself, was in attendance, honored for her bravery and strength during the Holocaust. Now, Pepperzak, a 99-year-old Holocaust survivor, says she wants people to see the school and recognize her name and the story of saving Jews during World War II. She also stresses the importance of keeping Holocaust education alive.
Though the main thing for me is really if people hear that name and they say why that name, and that the youngsters and people will be informed and taught about the Holocaust, and that is the most important thing for me.
Now, on October 21st, mark that on your calendars, the middle school will be hosting an open house for everyone to come out and check the new finished middle school. Well, today also marks the return of speed cameras in those school zones. And starting today, there were 8 speed cameras that were all operating at 1 high school and 6 elementary schools throughout Spokane. You can see a full list of them right on your screen here. Speeding tickets in these zones could cost you hundreds of dollars.
Really what we're trying to do is make sure that kids are safe as they're walking to and from school. So these cameras are active in the half hour before school starts, the half hour after school lets out.
Now, the Spokane Police Department urges drivers to leave extra time for their drives, slow down, and watch for walkers and bikers. For kids in Coeur d'Alene who returned to class today, some of them had to walk a little further than last year to get to their bus stop. The district says it doesn't have enough bus drivers this year to hit all their normal bus stops. Coeur d'Alene District Operations Director Jeff Voller says that students may have different school bus routes this year.
Everybody that had a route last year still has a bus route. It may just not be in the same pickup location, the same time, and the same stop location.
Although the district has levy funding to fund more drivers, it says that it hasn't found enough drivers quite yet. Parents are asked to contact the district directly by email with any concerns. The district wants to make necessary adjustments later. If you would like to join the district as a school bus driver, all you'll need is a commercial driver's license. The district offers both part-time and full-time employment, as well as necessary training for you to drive those buses. Well, in tonight's Crime Watch coverage, a registered sex offender was arrested for violating his probation by working the ticket booth at the North Idaho State Fair. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says that Richard Landreth from Coeur d'Alene failed to notify his probation officer of new employment, and that was, quote, a clear violation of his probation. His bond is set at $250,000. The Sheriff's Office explains that neither the county, fairgrounds, or the fair itself had anything to do with this hiring. We now know the name of the man who was shot and killed in Spokane Valley over the weekend. Police say Dennis Vizina was killed by 46-year-old Jason Barton on Saturday. Police say it happened near the Jack in the Box on North Argonne. And according to newly released court documents, Barton shot Vizina in the back while he was running away. Barton now faces first-degree murder charges. A 54-year-old man is now in custody for allegedly firing multiple rounds in Moscow earlier this morning. Investigators say it happened near South Almond Street and 1st Street, just north of Highway 8. The man now faces multiple charges, including unlawful discharge of weapons, disturbing the peace, and resisting and obstructing officers. Well, a heartwarming story of a mother and son duo taking to the skies. We have that right after the break.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
Get $200 with a new checking account from Horizon Credit Union. We're here to guide you towards your dreams and put some extra cash in your pocket. Sign up in branch or online with the Get 200 promo code today.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
When occasional heartburn won't let you sleep, get fast relief with new Tums Plus Heartburn Plus Sleep Support. Love food back and fall asleep faster.
Pop the champagne, humanity. We've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
You know, I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
What's good about River Ridge Hardware and how we stand out as a neighborhood hardware store, when a customer comes in, it's our opportunity to help them with whatever project they're doing, whether it's painting or building something new. We truly want to help you. What makes Peter's Hardware Store stand out in the neighborhood is it is eclectic type hardware store since 1934. And yes, we're the oldest working hardware store in Spokane. It's really a fun place to visit.
We are connecting you to the simple ways that you can help.
Never has the need been greater than it is right now.
We want to make sure that our neighbors are taken care of.
Join 4 News Now and support wildfire victims. Go to KXLY.com to learn more.
4 News Now is brought to you by UFCW.
Now, a heartwarming story of a mother and son duo taking to the skies together. David Muir has that story.
Tonight, the surprise announcement from the pilot. It brought tears and cheers from the passengers.
I'd like to welcome you aboard United Flight 260 with service to Madrid.
United Airlines pilot Cole Doss welcoming passengers aboard and introducing them to one person in particular. He wanted them to meet his mother, Moya. She's been a flight attendant for 46 years. His father, Steve, is a retired flight attendant. Their son, Cole, dreamed of becoming a pilot, and he became one, now flying for United. And this was the first time mom and son would work on the same flight together.
He's been one of my biggest supporters in my career in becoming a pilot ever since my very first flight lesson. especially honored and excited to be able to fly her for the first time today and to be able to share this experience with all of you on our flight to Madrid. To my mom, I love you, and to everyone on board, welcome aboard our family-friendly skies.
Oh, that is a nice story. Thank you for that. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have some chilly mornings really through the 7-day forecast. It's that time of year. Our nights are long. That temperature has plenty of time to drop. We're going to be staying dry through Thursday and most likely beyond. I'll explain in a moment. High temperatures will be in the 70s through the end of the work week. And then we do have the possibility of some sprinkles Friday. It is a very slight chance, however. Here's a look at our forecast radar tonight. We're staying dry, but we are going to see a system move through, bringing high and mid-level clouds through early tomorrow morning and off and on through the day. Expect filtered sunshine, that mix of sun and clouds, but I think at times more clouds than sunshine tomorrow. A broader view on our weather pattern, upper level low scooching by, bringing the clouds tonight. Here's Wednesday at 6 p.m. Another area of low pressure approaches late Thursday and into Friday, and that's what's going to bring us that chance of a few sprinkles on Friday morning. The best chance of that wet weather will be in southeastern Washington and the central panhandle in the mountains. But we'll keep you updated on that. Other than that, it is going to be a very tranquil weather pattern. High pressure builds in behind this area of low pressure for a nice warm sunny weekend. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the 40s and 50s. High temperatures tomorrow in the 70s with just a few 80s on the map. More 80s as we get closer to the weekend. There's that very slight chance of showers on Friday, sprinkles I should say, and then we're into sunshine and more summer-like weather just in time for the weekend. We're going to stay fairly warm to start next work week, but bring back the clouds. Natalie?
Thank you so much, Chris. Yeah, definitely not a 7-day to sneeze at, that's for sure. Well, seems like the weather will be perfect this weekend to head down to Spokane County for the Spokane County Fair. That's opening up on Friday. This year's theme is Showtime, and it'll include some live music, a rodeo, kids cornhole tournament, and of course, some carnival rides. And as the kids go back to the classroom, some major companies are asking if it's time for adults to get back in the office. Getting workers back to the office after the depths of the COVID-19 pandemic has had its stops and starts, but now some CEOs say they mean it and they want their workers back in the office this fall or they'll be facing consequences.
We are at a clash of contexts right now where employers, again, as I said, and employees are not on the same page.
Now, that includes some companies that flourished during the early days of the pandemic, like Amazon and even Zoom. Employees are finding the labor market is no longer tight enough to give them the upper hand. Well, you know to warn your teens off drugs, smoking, and alcohol, but there's one addiction you may not have been realizing that they could be struggling with, and that's gambling, surprisingly. Teens are 2 times more likely to develop a gambling problem than adults, and online access can make it even more dangerous. ABC has a story of a kid who's been struggling with an online gaming addiction since he was just 15.
It usually starts with that huge adrenaline rush.
It hasn't been a straight path to recovery for the now 19-year-old we're calling Steve. He first opened up to GMA last year about his illegal online gambling addiction that he says began at age 15. He asked not to show his face and for his voice to be altered to help hide his identity.
If you have a phone on you and you have connection to the internet, you can gamble whenever you want.
Now, after 3 months of rehab and continued work with the Gamblers Anonymous 12-step program, a fresh perspective.
You seemed optimistic a year ago. What happened?
I really felt like I had put it behind me.
But Steve says he once again got swept up in online betting.
It was just the temptation of sports betting, all the ads. I'm not going to say that the ads are the reason I did it, but just constantly being reminded of it.
Online sports betting is now legal and active in 24 states, plus D.C., and 5 more states are being launched this year.
So right now, the expansion of gambling, expansion of the acceptance, the promotion of gambling behavior, we're introducing a potentially addictive disorder at a very early age, and yet designed for 21 and older.
The legal age for gambling in the U.S. is 18 or 21, depending on the state and the types of games.
Technically, you're still a teenager. It's still illegal.
It is. They're like these little underground hidden sites that make it easy for someone that is underage that wants to gamble.
After the relapse, Steve says he's been clean for a month and is starting college, where he plans to stay vigilant with his sponsor.
Well, back here in our area, the West Bonner School District announced that they will be meeting to evaluate their superintendent, Brandon Durst. This comes after last Friday's meeting was canceled after a judge granted a restraining order preventing the board from taking action in regards to the vote that recalled the board's chair and vice chair. The agenda does not specifically say what the board will be evaluating. Well, here's another look at some back-to-school pictures, this time featuring yours truly here. These are some photos I shared on my professional Facebook page, reporter Natalie Grant, earlier today. My dad and I always had a tradition of taking photos before the first day of school, whether I was on the bus or driving. So here's me on my junior year before heading off. And then we also have, I think, another one here. This was my kindergarten photo. See, same photo with my dad, different location, and I'm definitely a lot taller. Definitely some great memories to look back on. And take a look at this one. If you can guess who this is our very own Kirsten O'Connor on her very first day of school. There for a picture. Hair's a little darker, a little more curly, but still very, very cute. And we'll be right back after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Fred Meyer, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Who is Culligan? Your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
At Joya Child and Family Development, little ones with developmental challenges are surrounded with support so they can reach their full potential.
Whether helping a child reach important milestones or uncovering a specific need, Joya offers specialized services so every child can thrive.
Numeric is honored to partner with organizations like Joya as they enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Hepatitis C, don't just treat it, crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
At Fred Meyer, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
4 News Now is brought to you by Falco's.
This morning was our coolest morning since the middle of June, 49 to start the day. We'll be at 50 tomorrow morning, so we'll be in that ballpark. 74 our high, 78 is our average high, and our sunset these days right about 7:20. Here's our temperature trend over the next 7 days. The black line is average, a little below average, a little above, but no tremendous deviations. We're going to be seasonable, just some pretty September weather through the 7-day forecast. Looking out 8 to 14 days, we are in this darker orange, indicating pretty strong signal of above average temperatures, our average high being in the mid-70s by that time. So we could have some more 80s as we get into mid-September. Precipitation, we're leaning toward drier than average conditions. September is a very, very dry month in the inland Northwest. So if we're a little below average, we're not missing much. It's not into the rainy season yet in the inland Northwest. Well, this is just an absolutely beautiful picture. Sunrise at Jeff O'Shea's place on Liberty Lake, and it was this morning. He says it was an incredible summer on Liberty Lake. The water was clean and the weather was beautiful. Isn't that pretty? But he says in this picture you can see the signs of fall, the mist on the lake and the low clouds over the mountains this morning as flowers are still blooming beautifully, but fall is on the way.
Just around the corner here, whether we're ready or not, that's for sure. All right, thanks, Chris. Well, if you're a fan of running and brunching, we got some good news for you. Multicare will be holding its Bridge to Brunch 5K on Saturday. It's coming up on September 30th to raise funds for the Multicare Inland Northwest Foundation. Now, here's a look at that course map. The race will start at WSU Health Sciences Spokane campus, which is at the corner of East Spokane Falls Boulevard and North Sherman Street, then goes around the Spokane River. Anyone who participates will get a waffle breakfast at the end of the course, some brunchy beverages, a beanie, and prizes for the winners of those races. Now, I'm sure many people are happy that summer travel has come to an end because Washington still has some of the highest gas prices in the country. Take a look at this. According to AAA, the average price of gas right now is $5.09 a gallon. I know we're feeling that at the pumps, and that's $1.28 more than the national average. Now, one reason that to have those skyrocketed prices is to do with the state's cap and trade system. This requires companies to buy carbon allowances for each metric ton of carbon their products emit, meaning it costs companies more money to sell their gas in Washington, and that cost gets pushed on to drivers. To learn more about the tax and what that money is from the program will be used for, you can look for this story on KXLY.com. Well, a heads up to educators, Wake Up Call Coffee is welcoming teachers and staff back to school with free drinks tomorrow. The local coffee shop wants to thank and honor the hard work of those who help support, nurture, and educate the children here in our community. For tomorrow only, teachers and school staff should bring a school ID to receive a free 20-ounce drink of their choice at Wake Up Call. It's a great, definitely just way to start your day. Well, let's take a look at some more first day of school pictures. Xander started his first day of school today. Mary shared this photo with us on Facebook earlier this evening. Congratulations, Xander. Hope you have a good year. And Brianne shared this cute photo with us tonight of all three of her kids, looks like, on their first day of school. Definitely a great day to get out there and start the day on the right foot, that's for sure. Well, this Saturday, Washington State football will be playing its first home game on ABC in nearly 20 years. What a win on the national stage would mean for the Cougars, coming up next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Will you marry me?
Yeah. I can't stop smiling.
I can't wait to love you for the rest of my life.
If you like pina colada.
True love and marriage, it starts here.
I'm the love that you've looked for.
I can't stop myself from falling.
Come with me and let's change.
Really, I'm falling in love with you.
I'm falling for you too.
If you like pina colada.
It's time to heat things up with Falco's annual More Than Fair sale. Our Enviro Fireplace showroom is simply too big to bring to the fair. So if you'll come see us, we'll give you the best deal on all Enviro pellet and gas heating appliances. Enviro Fireplaces at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. Ex-Ambassador fans, get your tickets now at ticketswest.com. Plan your fair fun at thespokanefair.com.
You can start your day wanting an all-natural pregnancy and end it wanting an epidural.
It's called being human. A human who takes care of their eyes, then stares at their phone. Who embraces self-care and believes beauty is worth some pain. So go ahead and do your 10-step skincare routine. And make the 11th sun. Teach your kids that aging is beautiful while trying to prevent it. With traditional medicine and alternative remedies, there's no wrong way to treat life at Rite Aid. And now get your flu shot with easy scheduling, fast appointments, plus walk-ins available daily.
We are connecting you to the simple ways that you can help.
Never has the need been greater than it is right now.
We want to make sure that our neighbors are taken care of.
Join 4 News Now and support wildfire victims. Go to KXLY.com to learn more.
It's time to heat things up with Falco's annual More Than Fair sale. Our Enviro Fireplace showroom is simply too big to bring to the fair. So if you'll come see us, we'll give you the best deal on all Enviro pellet and gas heating appliances. Enviro Fireplaces at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Well, Washington State football will be in front of a national audience on Saturday. The Cougars are hosting number 19 Wisconsin Badgers right here on KXLY. Our sports director Julia Minnesone is in Pullman to tell us more.
It cannot be understated how important of a game this is for Washington State football. They got a top 25 team in Wisconsin coming into town on Saturday, and it's the first time the Cougars have hosted a power non-conference opponent in 25 years. The exposure is there, the primetime spot is there, and the players say they're ready for it.
This is what it is. We're the Coug Den up here, and we got to protect it. Can't let no Badgers come up and try to start some stuff.
It's not every day a team of Wisconsin's caliber comes to Pullman. The last non-conference power opponent to make the trip to the Palouse was Illinois in 1998.
There's a lot of things that matter for this game perceptually for Washington State.
Conference realignment is a result of growing broadcast dollars in college athletics. It's unlikely Washington State will get an invite to a major conference, leaving the Cougars searching for answers. Saturday's game against Wisconsin is Washington State's first home game on ABC in nearly 20 years. It's a chance for the Cougars to show they belong at the big boys table.
You come here to put yourself, and you want a program where these games matter, and you create opportunities for yourself. You do that as a team. I know it's early in the season, but what an opportunity.
A win over the ranked Badgers could also help Washington State earn top 25 votes, which only improves the national perception of the program.
When you get a chance to get a team like Wisconsin, it's good for the community to come and show some support. So, hopefully we try to get a win for them.
And we'll have all your pregame coverage in our half-hour special at 6:30 on Friday here on 4 News Now, brought to you by BECU. Reporting in Pullman, Julia Minnesone, 4 News Now Sports.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Winning a new Yukon Denali at Northern Quest is easy. Sending your other car to live on a farm upstate? Well, you'll get over it. Don't miss the $116,000 Yukon Rush giveaway with a grand prize drawing on September 29th at Northern Quest. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter, and you could be driving home in a brand new GMC Yukon Denali at the end of the month. Details at northernquest.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Now through September 13th, you could join for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th. That's how we do.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the extended Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get up to $700 off select adjustable mattress sets. Check out the Summit for only $299.99. Or save up to $300 on our Denver mattress brand lineup. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Well, thanks so much for joining us here on Nightside. We'll see you right back here bright and early tomorrow morning on Good Morning Northwest.
Good night.